Hi, Mr. Chairman. It's Aussie Villain. Good, mate, good. Look, I was wondering if I could have a new contract, what with us about to win the league and all. Demands? I mean, all I'd really want is like a bus parade and maybe some extra wage budget. You'll think about it. Well, which part?
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the run on the Impossible Dream, and today we have a chance to seal the title, seal promotion, and take a big step towards our ultimate goal of winning the Champions League, of course. Now, we haven't looked at the squad dynamics for a little while, so I thought now's probably a good time to do it because you can see everything is on the improve. Team cohesion is good, club atmosphere is excellent, as it should be, to be honest, and managerial support isn't too bad either. Any unhappy players, most of them are just loanees that are just unhappy with their playing time, so there's no need to worry about that because they won't be back anyway. So that's all absolutely fine. The hierarchy, we do have a team leader, Perkovic, who is club captain since the departure of Ibanez, so that's good that the club captain is officially a team leader. Karamadec, who is a highly influential player and the vice captain. He may or may not be around next season. We'll wait and see on that front. But yeah, a little bit of support starting to show itself as well, which is nice. And the social groups, not bad. We ideally will have them come together at some point. But for right now, I'm okay with that. That's fine. And to be honest, the squad's going to be absolutely picked apart in the summer anyway. And we're going to have to start again. So all good on that front. We have 3 games to catch you up on since last episode, starting with the game against struggling Sabala. A set-piece routine gave us the lead at half-time. And Mikic picked out Babic to make it 2-0. Before a goal got our third. So we really just kind of wore them down through the game. The set piece, nice set piece goal, wasn't it? That kind of opened the gates for us a little bit. In the second half, we just, as I said, just kind of wore them down, picked them off eventually, and got a very, very solid 3 points. Next up, it was that Croatia Zimajovic team, or whatever it is. I can't say. Sorry, anybody from Croatia. We gifted them the lead. But they gifted a goal, the equaliser. Before Boskovic picked out Babic to put us ahead. And Babic added a stunning third before half-time. So that was that then. Nothing much really happened in the second half. We had an early scare in this one, but after that we just absolutely dominated the game. And I tell you what, there's some decent long-range efforts this team's putting away lately, isn't there? So very, very, again, pleased with how that pulled out. And next up, it was Solon, a team we have really, really struggled against this year. I'd go as far as to say they're the toughest team that we faced. I really struggle against them. Let's see if third time around I could get a game plan together. Radjakovic crossed for Pranjic to give us a second half lead. And Boskovic smashed in a second. Before Solon pulled one back. So yet again, just a massively, massively difficult game for us, this one. I did kind of come up with a game plan that worked in that we pressed really high up, but they were then a massive threat going over the top of us. And yeah, it was a really, really tough game, but ultimately we got there in the end. So absolutely huge result, that one. So let's look at the league table. And there it is. So with 5 games to play, we are 13 points ahead of Sibanek and 15 ahead of Brdo. So with goal difference taken into account, realistically, it's only Sibanek that can catch us. And if we were to beat Brdo, who we're going to play next, Dubrava is hosting Sibanek. So there's a very good chance after this game, we are going to be champions and therefore be promoted. Now, another quick look at some of the league leaders here. And there is a massive battle going on between Pranjic with 16 goals, Noel for Vukovar with 17, and Lenos of Solon, who has 15 goals. So the golden boot for the league is definitely up for grabs. Average match ratings, look at that. We're absolutely destroying it. And assists as well. We have 2 of the top 3. We just score goals for fun, and it's absolutely brilliant. Let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here, though, against Brdo. And we are expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation out of them. And this is the team that we're sending out. It is Tratnik in goal for no other reason than, well, I kind of need to play him a little bit more, to be honest. We've got Bikanic, Perkovic, and Perenic as the back 3. Hulic and Radjakovic. Now, one thing on left back, and the reason why I'm playing Tratnik, to be honest, Palic, the backup left back we had on loan, he got brought back because I wasn't playing him, and I was kind of a bit dismissive, to be honest. I didn't think that they could call him back outside of a transfer window, and they could, turns out. So Cabrera is now going to be our backup left back, where he played earlier on in the year, and he should be fine. And realistically, we probably don't need any more points this season anyway, so it shouldn't matter, but I just want to make sure that we have what we need. So Daška, Boskovic and Babic, you'll notice as the link-ups are starting to develop now as well, aren't they? Pranjic and Tadic is going to go up front. I just trust him a little bit more right now than Agul. If Agul scores, he plays well. Like, he's one of those guys, I think, that all he does is score goals. So, yeah, he's on the bench if we need him. Have we got 3 under 21 players? No, we don't. Okay, so never mind that. Agul, you're going to start, mate. Please get a goal. Tadic, you're on the bench. All right, so we can see the team sheet there. It's a very familiar looking team to the one that we faced when we played them previously. I think we just go out there, just relax. The result will come. We did have a team meeting before the game, basically saying that don't worry about the fact you can win the league, just treat it like any other game. So that kind of team talk feeds into that again, so that should be a good thing. Recent form looks okay, doesn't it? Reminder, we will be voting on your Viewers Player of the Year in between the 2 games today, so if you do happen to skip, which you shouldn't, but if you do, just make sure that you don't miss the nominees for that one. And yeah, chance to be champions, which would be very, very nice indeed. Assuming we do get the title this episode, then we should find out what our budget is for next year. And I'm a little bit scared, to be honest, to find out what that's going to be. And looks like we've got some defending to do early on here as well. And Tratnik, we'll say he just sees it past the post comfortably. So we'll give them an early encourage. There was something else I was going to say, which hopefully will come back to me at some point, but it's gone for now. Yeah. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. Hulic with a throw. We've given up on. You may notice Mikic was playing a little bit. I just prefer Hulic there, to be honest, and he does well when he does play. So yeah. Mikic, another one that his parent club were unhappy when Dinamo Zagreb is his parent club, but they were unhappy with the game time that he was getting. But we went with, oh no, what I was going to say, Babic. He's won Player of the Month the last two months, so he's in absolute stunning form. Here we go with Pranjic to Babic. It wasn't Babic, actually, it was a goal, but Pranjic was offside. So yeah, wonderful stuff there from Babic. It's not often, I mean, in any league, that you have a player win it 2 months in a row, but yeah, he's been absolutely brilliant. Now, can we put pressure on here? Perkovic knocks it down to Babic, to Boskovic. Hulic. I've had another go at trying to convince Boskovic, to stay with us. It's not really happening. A goal! He went too far, didn't he? It was really good play. He's got a block on the end, so it's not like it was a complete disaster, but I think he just waited too long to take the shot. Babic whips it in. It's a decent one again to the back post. Looked like a decent ball back in from Rajkovic there, but we'll never actually know what became of that. And we'll continue to encourage Babic again. Can we win that header? No. Rajkovic will pick it up edge of the area. And again, it's chipped in. Goalkeeper's there. And that will be that. I'm going to sneeze in a second. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I can mute the sound, but you can't unsee the sneezing face, which is always flattering, isn't it? Here we go. Babic has got a little bit of space here. Agul made a good run, just couldn't quite find him. And here we go again with Babic. Crosses in towards Pranjic. Can't win the header. And it is tackled away, but Hulic again will keep it in. A good ball in. A goal is there, and a goal via the post does find the back of the net. It is 1-0. It's his 14th of the season. The title is almost ours. And I'm going to sneeze again, I think. I might need to have a pause here, I think, because something's up my nose. Good header, was it? Oh, my eyes are watering as I'm trying not to sneeze now. I think I said last video, apologies. Last week, yeah, certainly if you follow Twitter or any of those things, or was it now X, Discord, both my kids were sick with sort of coldy viruses things, which I've done my very best to fight off, but as I record, I am starting to slowly succumb, I think. Nice little turn there from Pranjic. Pranjic gets it wide for Rajkovic. Rajkovic back. Somebody shoot. Daška. Hey! Daška doesn't get many. It's his second of the season. It is 2-0. And if the Brava are holding Sibernik, we are about to be crowned champions and be promoted at the first attempt. And, I mean, I didn't really expect that. Oh, it's not the greatest goalkeeping. It came through a crowd, but still. I really thought we would take a season or two to get a squad together that would be good enough to go up. Now, the issue that we might have in overachieving this year, that's offside, I think, for a goal. He stuck it away, which is nice to see, and it is offside. But yeah, I think the issue that we might have is that, so come next year, if I'm going to rebuild a side, I'd rather have the bigger budget in the top flight to do it with, that is for sure. But equally, what we might find is that it's going to be very, very difficult for us to stay up. But what do we say to this? Capable of better. Let's not get complacent here. We do have a complacent couple of players, so we'll always, if you ever do get complacent players, just tell them they're not good enough. It doesn't work as often in this version of the game, actually, as it does in previous versions. Usually, if you tell them that they're rubbish, it'll motivate them. But yeah, as you've seen there, not working every time, which is good in a way, because I did do the tutorial for FM24 about player hacks, and I mean, I am 100%, no, maybe not 100%, but certainly fairly sure that no one from SI even knows who I am. But unfortunately for me, a lot of those hacks have been sort of cleared up in this this version. I've noticed the staff one, just asking them to stay, that doesn't work anywhere near as much as it used to. Babic to Pranjic in front of goal. There's the 17th of the season, our third of the game, and that is surely us now. Well, if we're going to win the league, aren't we? The only way it wasn't going to happen is if we had lost this one, and it gets everybody a little bit more caught in. But goal difference, as I said, goal difference has been absolutely huge for us. We have scored so many goals this year. The issue 100% next season is going to be, who can we keep from this team? And yeah, given finances and players maybe not wanting to come back or wanting bigger wages, yeah, there's a big argument to say we do kind of like you see teams, Premier League teams in real life do for the most part. You sort of see teams go two ways, don't you, when they get promoted? As there's one back for Junior Sunday Lang. Such a great name. But yeah, teams tend to go one of two ways, don't they? They either sort of stick with the core of players that got them there and then sort of add one or two, or you do like Fulham and Villa did as well, my team, to a point, and just sort of buy a whole new team that is sort of considered more of a top flight team. And often that whole new team approach doesn't always work. But I feel like actually there is some parallels between... Now we're just got to be a little bit careful here. It's a penalty. And we are in very big danger of throwing this away here. I wonder if there's an element of them just being like, well, stuff it, we've got to go for it. Tratnik makes the save. And that should be a bit of a momentum shift up. And we should be able to see this out from here now, I would certainly have hoped. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of a parallel between this team and the Villa team that got promoted, in that when Villa got promoted to the Premier League, they kind of had to buy a new team because there were so many players that were out of contract. It was not going to be the same team. They would have had to renew players that were sort of championship players. And I know that because the likes of, say, Mile Jednak, who was one of my all-time favourites, but was a very good player in that team. But realistically, at his age and whatnot, wasn't really a Premier League player anymore. So they had to go and spend the money, and that's when they got the likes of Douglas Luiz in to sort of, as I suppose, the replacement for Jedinak. But you know what I mean? There was like a big turnover. As Pranjic is in now. Can Pranjic chip? Oh, goalkeeper's equal to it. So I think we're going to be in a similar situation where we've got pretty much the entire squad out of contract and or on loan. As that is unlucky. It's a goal kick. It's just sailed over, I think. So, yeah. Are we going to be the Villa of Croatia? Maybe. Maybe we will. But, yeah, it's going to be a very difficult summer for us. Trying to get a team. Babic cuts in. Babic, oh, he's just so good there right now. 8th of the season. It's another very, very good finish from him. If I'm completely honest, I thought even as far as the January window, like that winter break, I just didn't think he had a future with us. I thought he'd be fine for this year, and we'd probably be looking to move on from him. I mean, I'm very close to offering him a contract. Now, he is older, but 31 is by no means in the retirement home. He's 10 years younger than me. So he's by no means completely done. And I just wonder, given the high turnover we're already expecting to have, if maybe keeping him at the club might be a very smart move. And even if he ends up by the end of the season sort of being just a bench player or a squad player for us, the fact that he's there. Oh, and we have officially won the league. There we go. I'm not sure. Junior Leng apparently is going to be awarding the trophy to us. Doesn't matter what's happened exactly in the other game, but Dubrava have taken something off of Sivanek, and our 4-1 win at home to Brdo is enough. We are champions. We are promoted to the top flight, and it's only taken one season. That is absolutely huge. Well done, boys. What a season. So, what do we say? Well done. That was a very, very good performance from us. Let's have a look at exactly what happened in the other one. So, Sivanek did win, but with 4 games to play, we're 13 points clear, aren't we? So that's why that has happened. So, very, very nicely done. In the end, if we'd won, it wouldn't have mattered. I just can't do maths, but if you know me, then that is no surprise to you. So there we go, we have won Super Sport Prova League. I've almost definitely pronounced that incorrectly, but it is the first, do we call this a major trophy? It is the first trophy outside of the 3rd Division title that the club have won. Now, initial budgets, this could be absolutely devastating. So we've got, 15 grand a week. That's a big, big improvement, and we do have a bit of, do we have a transfer budget? Not really, do we? But we've got an extra 10, 11, 12 almost grand a week that we can spend, so that is huge. If we can get some free loans in, then that's gonna really help our cause. So we were 25-1 before the season started, and we've gone and won it. Excellent news. And well, there we go. Pranjic, I'd like to praise you straight back, mate. You've been absolutely superb. Babic likewise has been very, very good. And well, we've still apparently got a game to go this episode. So what was that for? Has been paid. Oh, who's that? Oh, well, I gave a scout a bonus. Interesting. Well done, me. Let's send you on a. Can scouts go on coaching courses now? I wonder. I don't know if that's the answer to that. We'll find out, I suppose. But anyway, guys, that is that. I will see you momentarily for the second game against. Who did I say we were playing? I can't even remember. Now, it doesn't matter. We're champions. Alright, it is time to vote for your Viewers Player of the Year for this season. I think everybody who did nominate, what I've done is I've taken the top 4 average match ratings to leave us with these 4. So no Seratovic, just as well. You guys would have voted it in too. I know how you guys work. Anyway, first up in alphabetical order is Khalid Agul, 14 goals, 6 assists, average match rating of 7.10 for him this season. Second up is Mario Babic, got better and better the longer this season has gone on. 8 goals, 11 assists, average match rating of 7.29. Third up, it is Pranjic, Jakub Pranjic. What a player he's been for us. 17 goals, 7 assists, average match rating of 7.34. And the final nominee is Josip Tadic, the old man of the team. 12 goals, 2 assists, an average match rating of 7.52, which suggests I've underplayed him, doesn't it? So those are the 4 nominees. There'll be a link at the top of the description, just below the video here. If you click on that link, it'll take you through to a straw poll vote, and we'll announce the winner at next episode's End of Season Awards. Alright, welcome back. It is time to face Orient now with all the pressure off. And let's have a look and see what we're doing here. It is a 4-4-2 we are expecting from them. And look at that. They do not have anybody that plays well together. And this is the team that we're sending out. Now, with things all essentially done, we're going to give some players that we know are around next season some game time just to make sure that, we can see exactly who we want to keep as well. So Mandic is going to go in goal. Same back 3, Bjekanic, Perkovic, who is around next year, and Perevic. If he plays 15 games, he has his contract automatically extended for another year. So I think we're going to trigger that. He's played 13, so 2 more games. We'll get that done. Just for no other reason than we know he's going to be here next year then. So we'll do that. Hjurgic, Radjakovic are going to be the wide players. Dashka, we're going to give the young kid from that was already in our under-18s last year. We're going to give him a start here, see how he goes. Potentially, as we can see, very, very good. Babic is going to play next to him. Pranjic and Agul will go up top. Now, Agul, he did say he wants to extend or explore his option at the end of his contract, which is obviously this season. I'm really hopeful that he'll want to stay with us now. There is some top flight teams that have been sniffing around him. No one's come in for him yet. We need to hopefully prove to him that he wants to be with us. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. Don't recognize any names in there. Fausto Bacchini. That's very close to Fausto Godini, isn't it? For anybody that was with us in Grindavik. What do we want to say to this? I mean, it doesn't matter anymore, does it? Just continue the good run. I mean, ideally, we would like to, go and I think we're a couple of points away from breaking the league record. 6 or 7 points away from that. I think there's a win record that is not too far away in terms of the league. All the club records we've broken. Highest finish, most points, most wins, most goals. They're all done. We've already broken most goals in the league. There's a chance we could set a record for most goals conceded as well, the way we're going. So we can always hope for that. But yeah, it's been a really, really... Oh, this is a nice touch. This is new. So we get the Guard of Honor. Thank you, Orient. Thank you very much. That's cool. That's definitely new, isn't it? I like that. Like that very, very much. I mean, it could take its... All right, I haven't played the game yet. Come on, calm down, guys. But yeah, that's a nice touch. It'd be really good if you was, like, say, Celtic and Rangers had to do that and stuff like that. Because obviously in real life, at times, they've refused to do it, which is just so petty. I love it. I mean, if it's me, it's just like, all right, well done. We'll clap you on, then we'll absolutely beat you up on the field. But, that's just my way of thinking, perhaps. So, early work to do defensively here. And, yeah, I mean, that's the other thing I was going to say. The other player that we do have that is Mina on a non-contract. Now, we could sign him to a permanent deal. And that way he would be around, again, with someone we know that's going to be around. The issue I have with him is that I'm not sure... Well, actually, I am sure. I don't think he's a top-flight player as Huljic gives away a penalty. So Mandic with a chance now to be a hero. Babic, by the way, is around already next season. I've already extended his contract. Oh, Mandic with a huge save. I tell you what, we're doing okay recently saving penalties, aren't we? Now, can we get the corner away? Please and thank you. There it is. And not the greatest start. And this team have beaten us already this year, and we've only beaten them 1-0 in the second game. So, by no means are they easy beats for us. But as we saw, they're not the best. Let's maybe look to exploit the middle here, perhaps. We could probably Be Disciplined off at this point. We saw in team dynamics that the team cohesion was pretty good, so we could likely look to remove that, but we'll leave it on there for now. But yeah, this has been a game that we've arguably been second best in. It might, me just saying it doesn't matter anymore probably doesn't help the cause. But, you do still want to try and win. We'll give them a bit of a rollicking at half time. If we can get in at 0-0, then that would be even better, as that just flicks past the post. Yeah, Rajakovic isn't having a great game wide left. Babic chips in a free kick. Can we get that one? We cannot. Pranjic picks it up, though. Gets a goal. What a ball that is to Bukanic. Rajakovic with the ball into the back post. It's headed away. And Babic picks it up again. Is this highlight going to continue for us? It's very tight quarters. Babic goes in. Babic goes in! And that wasn't a mile away, was it? But there we go. A little bit of excitement at the end of the half, but not much else for the rest of it. So I think, yeah, we haven't really been good enough here at all. So we'll try and reset everybody in terms of mentally. A lot of nervous players on the bench, which doesn't bode well for substitutes, does it? We'll give them some encouragement, maybe. And this is the end we're attacking now, isn't it? Babic over a free kick. It's going to be a good one if he can score it from there. And it is... Well, let's say it's not in the Ibanez class of free kick. Croatian Cup semi-finals, Rudnez, who beat us, lost. So we can't claim to be the second best team in the cup. Dinamo Zagreb got beaten as well. They got beaten in the quarterfinals, I think. So potentially, there was an outside chance. That's a red card. That's our kid too. Unnecessary. And hopefully that's not too badly injured. He's definitely leaving for that. I'm tempted to. I want to bring Mana on anyway. That's more like it from Babic. So let's maybe take the kid off. We'll get Mana on so we can have a look at him and see what we think. As that is headed away. No Boskovic at the back post for this one, of course. What I'm going to have to be very, very careful of with our 75 grand that we have in transfer budget is not to almost not purposely spend it, as that is a penalty. And who is going to take this? It is Dashka. Not seen him take a penalty before. Takes them okay though, doesn't he? And we've gone 1-0 up. So very, very nicely done indeed. Agul is not having a great game, so let's get Tadic on for him. Be interested to see what you guys think in the comments about Tadic. Yes, he's 36. He has got quite a few goals for us. But is he going to get goals in the top flight? I mean, there's an argument to say yes, he might. There's a ball down. Oh, and Perkovic couldn't quite find the target. But yeah, I do wonder a little bit if we could do better. He's not terrible for 36, is he? Maybe we do, again, just so we know that we have somebody. Maybe, as particularly, if Agul isn't going to stay, then maybe we do want Tadic on another year's contract. But there we go. Not a classic, but we did manage to get the win. We saved a penalty as well, so a little bit of everything if you don't like attacking football. And that looks as though it has sent down Sabala. They've lost to Croatia, Singamabobby, and yeah, that is mathematically sent them down. So we might need to have a look at them and see if there's any players that we might like to pick off. So we beat 10-man Orient, Rajikovic, that's fine. And yeah, there we go. Well, Mandic was actually quite good. I mean, this is the other thing. Is Mandic someone we want to be the #1 next season? I don't know what the leap up is in quality is between our division now and the top flight, but I'm inclined to say possibly not. But then equally, how is he going to get any better if he's sitting on our bench? And then do we want to loan him out? And it just becomes all a bit of a, what do we do kind of thing. I think a lot of it might depend on who's available, and we'll just have to obviously sign the best players we can, and then yeah, and then play the best team that we can. So there we go. That is that. We are champions. We are promoted. Don't forget to go and vote for your player of the year. And I'll see you next time. We will round out the season at home to Sibernek and have our end of season awards as well. Until then, guys, take care.